Father, it is our privilege to invite you here today as the guest of honor at this occasion. It's our request that you would make yourself very present to those who are graduating today and to those who are here to support them. Please remind us that you are the creator of the human mind, which you modeled after your own great mind. And we thank you for the gift of knowledge and discovery. I ask on behalf of those who gathered here today to support these graduates that you would bless each of these men by your grace and grant them the wisdom and the strength to make a difference in their own lives, and a difference in the lives of their families, and a difference in the scope of our society, with the knowledge and discipline that they have learned here. In your name we pray, and amen. Please be seated.
And welcome to the Bill Johnson Correctional Center. It is a beautiful day, and that's always a great thing when people have to travel from afar, that they have a beautiful travel day. So we know many of you come from great distances, and we're glad that it worked with your schedule, because this is a special day. It's a special day for our men, and it just gets better when they get to share that with a family member. So I do thank all of our guests for coming. I would like to introduce a few special guests that we also have. We have Lynn Martin, who is here from the Alva Review-Courer, and his wife Marion. Lynn is also a member of our Citizens Advisory Board and has been for 18 years. So we've been in existence for 18 years. So he has been a member of our advisory board. And the bonus, besides what he does for us on our advisory board, is that we're the only facility that actually gets coverage of all the great things that happen in corrections, like today's events. You know, the public, as we know, or the media often is very ready to report the things that don't go so well in the criminal justice system, or things that people do. And there are far more good things that happen than sometimes negative. So we're always appreciative that Lynn covered these events. There'll be a nice article in our paper for those of you that want to look on our website. He actually videos these so you can see the entire ceremony. So again, I thank Lynn for being here as always. We also have Reverend Judy Pistol, and she will be presenting Bibles on behalf of the Presbyterian Church. I got the wrong church one time, a long time ago. And this is a gift from the community. We know we have different faith groups here, but it is a wonderful gesture from our religious community, our faith community, to recognize their accomplishments and maybe take a memory away from here, and something that can impact their life beyond our doors. And then also we have from our central office is Pam Humphreys, and she is the superintendent of schools. So you will hear from her a bit later in the program, and she'll have some remarks. And then also Jack Bowers, who is the principal of the school at Patrick Correctional Center. So I appreciate guests. I don't think any more of my advisory board slipped in. Okay, so. And I'm just going to make a few remarks. For those of you that are waiting patiently, we do have, our guest speaker is en route. Things happen sometimes, so he is still planning to join us, so that gives me a little bit longer to share more remarks. Some people may go, oh no. But usually I keep my remarks pretty brief. But these are just great events, not just for the men, but for us too. To get to see people accomplish something as significant, as a GED is huge. And this is a big part of our program. Many of the families you may or may not know, if folks do not have a diploma when they come in here, it's a required part of the program. So they work very hard. And what we find is that when, because I think we've got a great educational staff too, but these guys, for whatever reason, didn't finish school, but one of the reasons it wasn't had nothing to do with their intelligence. They're all very bright guys and are very, very capable. So we're very proud of them for finishing what they started, because we knew they could, and it's an important thing to have on your resume for your life. So we're very glad that this is something we capture in a ceremony, and we don't do this for any other part of the program. It's that important to us. that we mark as benchmark in their program completion. This is just one part. Now, some are very close to going home. How many are close to going home? So that's good timing for many of them. But we do have the remainder of the program. All of them besides their education, they have to complete the substance use cognitive behavioral program. And so this will be soon, shortly followed by completion of that, and hopefully the majority of our people do go home from here. Some will go on to another institution to finish their time. But this is an important part. The program here is tough. I'm sure you've heard all different versions from your for those of you that have folks in the program. What they all have to do in this program, and it's meant to be tough. It's meant to challenge them on many, many levels. And, you know, when I do orientation with the new men, I tell them, we hope we touch your life in one of 5 ways. Physically, so they're all going to be a little bit more physically fit when they leave here. Emotionally, psychologically, mentally, and perhaps even spiritually, if that is something that they choose to seek in their lives. So every element of the program, you know, takes them on a journey to completion. And each phase of the program, it's a progressive level of learning and hopefully gleaning some things about their life and things that they might choose to do differently. So we will never apologize for the intensity of what we do here and the different things, because what we do here really isn't done at other facilities. And it is quite by design that we put them through the different phases that we do. So I congratulate you all for getting to this point. And let me see. We got some staff here also. The education staff are going to be introduced later, but all the staff here are part of every offender's program. And they're touched in many ways here by many, many different layers. We've got case management staff, we've got counseling staff, education staff, and even their work supervisors. And we all work very hard and work together to help them get where they want to be and hopefully make those changes that are going to keep them from ever having to repeat this kind of experience. So that is our hope for all of them. And I think I'm going to proceed with the rest of the program. We have some great speakers and some representatives of the class that are going to bring some words. And again, congratulations, class, and welcome to everyone here.
Okay, I'm not one of the great speakers yet, so do want to tell you that we're proud of these graduates. They've done a great deal. They've worked hard to get where they are, and I know you're proud of them also to see them get there. There are a few of them here that have achieved a little further, above and beyond. You'll see some of them have the collars on. These guys have scored in the top 20% in the nation on their testing, so they've got a little further. And the top 2 guys, Damon Redding is our salutatorian, and Robert Curlin is our valedictorian. They're going to come forward now and share a few words with us. Come on up, guys.
Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you all and thank you for attending this ceremony. It means a lot to us to have the support of our loved ones. It does. I want to congratulate my fellow peers for the achievement they have accomplished. We may have made some bad choices in the past, but that does not mean we can't utilize this time to better ourselves and better prepare for our futures. I encourage you to look at graduating as a stepping stone to greater things. This is just one success of many possibilities to strive toward. If you set your mind to it, anything is possible. I would like to thank the staff members here at Bill Johnson's for this opportunity, especially Ms. Brewer for teaching me how to write an essay. Once again, I want to thank friends and family for coming all this way. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
I'd like to begin by welcoming and thanking all of you for coming today. It means a great deal to me and my fellow trainees that you're here to celebrate our accomplishments. I'm sure my classmates would agree that achieving this goal wasn't easy, to say the least. But what it proves is that when we put our mind to it, we can reach goals that were once thought impossible. We can overcome any obstacle in our path and achieve greatness. And we won't stop We will not give up. We will continue to succeed and strive for excellence. I'd like to thank all of the staff here at BJCC, my teacher, Mrs. Brewer, and my classmates as well. Without you, I don't think this would have been possible. Congratulations, BJCC, class of 2013.
Let me take just a second to introduce the staff here. First of all, I'm Greg Lyon. I'm the principal of the Education Department. The teachers are Susan Schrock, Connie Antone, Barbara Davis, Shirley Oakes, Tanya Whitehoffer, and the famous Lenita Brewer. I also want to just take a second. I know the warden has introduced Mr. Bauer and Ms. Humphrey, but I do want to say Mr. Bauer is now our regional principal. So, and then of course Ms. Humphrey is the state superintendent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and honored guests and GED graduates, today we're pleased to have with us Representative Jeff Hickman of the Oklahoma House of Representatives. Mr. Hickman represents District 58, which is Alfalfa, Major, Woods, and Northeast Woodward County. He is chairman of the Public Safety Appropriations and Budget Committee, Energy and Aerospace Committee, and the Architecture, Agricultural, and Wildlife Committee. Mr. Hickman was elected to the legislature in 2004 and has held a number of leadership positions in the House, including serving as Speaker Pro Tem from 2010 to 2012. Mr. Hickman's been a true friend to the Department of Corrections and to those incarcerated here. Let's give a big welcome to the representative.
Well, I apologize in advance. I've got a bottle of water. I've been sick for a couple of days, so I hope I get through this up often on anybody too much. But thank you very much, Greg, and thank you to all of you for the honor to spend this special day with each of you. It's an honor for me to get invited to be here and to celebrate with you and with the families and the staff members that are here. We really have something special at Bill Johnson, and I think you all recognize the opportunities. You wouldn't be seated here and having gone through this program if you didn't realize the opportunity that you have at Bill Johnson that other people may not have. Other people that maybe did make a choice that they wish they wouldn't have made. They don't have the same opportunities that you all have been given. And so I want to congratulate you all for being willing to set yourself apart, to do what it takes, and to take advantage of a good program that's going to give you some great opportunities going forward from this day forward. And as was mentioned by some of our honored graduates that already spoke, you wouldn't be here today without the teachers that are part of this great program that you all appreciate, the administrators that we heard from as well. And as you've completed this program, that means you won't be seeing as much of your teachers' smiling faces. That may be why they're smiling as well. You won't be seeing as much of your smiling faces. But you wouldn't be here without their commitment. And more importantly, you wouldn't be here without the commitment of your family members. And I would ask the graduates to, would you please stand and show your appreciation to your teachers and your family members that are here with a round of applause. Thank you all very much. Will Rogers, Oklahoma's favorite son, loved to get a good laugh at the expense of politicians like me and others. I prefer the word public servant over politician, but based on some of the antics at the Capitol sometimes, I think politician may be a fitting word for some of those I served with. But Will Rogers used politics for a lot of his material as a humorist. In fact, Will said, I don't make jokes, I just watch the government and report the facts. Will Rogers might have been a humorist, but the advice that he worked into his work is very applicable to all of us, and particularly to those of you who have completed this program and are sitting here as graduates today. Take this piece of advice from Will Rogers, for instance. Even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. And there's a lot of truth to that. I think that's very true. And you can be on the right track. You all have chosen to not just sit there. And that's why you're here today. And that's why we're so proud of what you have accomplished. One of my favorite quotes from Will Rogers: live in such a way that you would be not ashamed to sell your parrot to the town gossip. And a bit of advice from Will that I use frequently at the Capitol in terms of diplomacy. Diplomacy is the art of saying, nice doggy, and until you can find a rock. Now, I'm not near as wise as Will Rogers, and I can't offer you near the wisdom he could if he were standing at this podium today, but I want to offer just a little bit of advice as you prepare for what I hope is an exciting future and for what I hope for all of you is a fulfilling future, and I think you're very well prepared for that. You've already recognized that this graduation is a big accomplishment, and if you haven't, I want you to hear me say that today. The fact that you're sitting here in a cap and gown, this is a big accomplishment. And take that very seriously. You have accomplished something great and something that we're all very proud of, and I hope that you are very proud of that as well. What I do know, though, is that because you have done this, this will not be your last accomplishment. You're setting yourselves up for success. And because of what you've accomplished today, when we celebrate today, this won't be the last time you'll have the opportunity to accomplish something. Commencement is what this exercise is called today. This is a commencement service. When you graduate, it's called commencement. Commencement actually means beginning. The word means beginning. And you're beginning to define who you are and who you will be from this point forward. You're beginning to find new ways of self-expression and tolerance and growing understanding, appreciation. All those things are important in the world that we all live in. So this is a new beginning for each of you. Think about what you will experience now that you have this accomplishment. What opportunities are before you that you could experience. You have the time to determine what opportunities you want to pursue next with your life. It can be inspirational. This can be a time that moves you to create, a time to learn more. Some of you may decide now that you're going to take advantage of the next step of education. So it may be the beginning of learning more for some of you. It may be the beginning of a new career, a new way of providing for yourself, for your family. It may be a time now that you start debating and setting goals within yourself about what it is that you want for your life and what you want to do in order to achieve success. But for each of you, you have to determine what success is to you. Success is being here today and graduating from this program. What's the next step of success for you? I think it's an individual philosophy. Your definition of success is not necessarily my definition of success. It's not necessarily your best friend's definition of success or the person sitting next to you's definition of success. But it doesn't matter what your definition of success is. We all go about achieving it in much the same way. Here's 4 quick points that I think help all of us achieve our goals and attain whatever it is that we define as success. Work hard to become, not to acquire. I think that's number 1. And you all have done that. You've worked hard to become something today. You've worked hard to become a graduate today. You know, we often hear that luck is the product of preparation. I don't believe a lot in luck. I believe more in good things happening to people who work hard. And a good thing is happening today to each of you because you've worked hard. And this is a good thing. Samuel Goldwyn was a great American entrepreneur. He once said, "The harder I work, the luckier I get." And I think there's a lot of truth to that. It's obvious that none of you sitting here today is afraid of hard work. I think that's very obvious. You wouldn't be graduating from this program today if you were afraid of hard work. But I hope that you're not content with where you are in your education. You've achieved a great goal, but there's more to learn. And I hope you're not content, even though it's a great accomplishment, you're not content with where you are today. That you'll continue to strive to reach your goals, whatever those goals may be. You'll find your passion. You'll find what it is that you want to do. And you'll find what brings fulfillment to you. And when that happens, you don't need to worry about acquiring material possessions that will collect dust and wither away. What I hope you'll do is work to acquire honor, work to acquire integrity, work to acquire fulfillment in your life, that purpose that we all seek. And most importantly, that you'll work to leave a legacy. What will your legacy be? You're getting a chance that a lot of other people may not get, or have chosen not to get. You've made a decision. What will your legacy be now, going forward? When you attain that legacy and that fulfillment, you've achieved the true measure of success. And that's what success is. And again, it's different for each of us. Secondly, face obstacles with courage and perseverance. I don't have to tell you all that. Face obstacles with courage and perseverance. The achievement of success is ultimately a goal that we all have. There will be obstacles faced. And for you, you've overcome obstacles. And you know that. You've had obstacles in your life. You're here. You've now completed this program. You've overcome obstacles. And you will leave here better than when you got here, with more opportunities ahead of you. The lessons that we learn from these tests, the lessons that we learn from these obstacles, and you all had the opportunity to learn those lessons, those are the things that define our success. Booker T. Washington, great educator, one of my favorite quotes. Success is not measured by the heights one attains, but by the obstacles one overcomes in its attainment. It's what you got to do to get there, not really the getting there, that really makes the difference and that sets you apart. And that's why I'm so proud of each of you, because it's what you're doing to overcome the obstacle. That's the impressive part. When obstacles confront us, don't cower before them. Do what many of you have done. Walk boldly through those obstacles. You'll find as you leave here, and the obstacles that come before you as you leave here, a lot of them are mostly figments of your imagination. A lot of them will be created from fear of the unknown. But be bold, be courageous, be confident, because you've been prepared, and you can be confident today. You've got that tassel, you've got that cap, you've got that gown, you're a graduate. Be confident. You can overcome any obstacle before you as you leave here. Thirdly, never stop learning. And you all started that journey, and I hope it's opened new doors and opened your eyes and new ways of thinking. Outside the south entrance of the library at the University of Oklahoma in Norman, if you've ever been on the campus there, there's a large boulder that has an inscription on it that reads, "The spirit of learning is the lasting frontier." Never stop learning. Don't ever suppose that you've learned all there is to know. And again, I serve with a lot of people at the Capitol think they've learned all there is to know. But you can never know all there is to know. And if you do, your life becomes quickly stagnant. The key to a successful and happy life is knowledge. Knowledge of history, art, cultures, people. Those things that you all have learned. You've heard knowledge is power, and knowledge is power. That's why it's so important what you've done today, and that's why we celebrate what you've done today. Because this gives you new power as you enter the workforce, as you move on to other communities, your families, further education. You have new power now that you wouldn't have had because of the knowledge that you've gained. That's what sets you apart. That's what makes you special. And you are. And when you combine that knowledge with a work ethic that many of you possess, a work ethic and a willingness to learn, there will be doors that will open for you that are closed for so many other people. That leads to my last point. Create your own opportunities. You've probably been told all throughout your lives to take advantage of opportunities. That's probably how this program started. It's an opportunity. Take advantage of it. I don't believe that opportunities just appear out of thin air. You create your own opportunities through hard work, preparation, and a willingness to learn. All those things that you all are well on your way to doing already. If you're content with coasting through life and hoping that everything will work out just fine, that's a pretty dangerous assumption. I believe that opportunity does not knock on our doors. Let me say that again. Opportunity does not knock on my door. It doesn't knock on anyone else's door. Opportunity does not knock on our door. Tim Knox, a famous author, who's a small business expert, he speaks frequently on this topic about opportunity. And let me just share a little bit about what he wrote about opportunity. This is a quote from Tim Knox. The truth is, opportunity does not come along. Opportunity does not knock. Opportunity doesn't even know where you live. Opportunity doesn't know your name, your phone number, or your personal situation. Opportunity does not appreciate your talents, your skills, or anything else about you. Opportunity does not care that you're a great person who just needs a chance. Successful people know that opportunity is not delivered like pizza. Successful people don't wait for opportunity to come along. Successful people seek out opportunity. They get up off the couch, or they get out of their cubicles, they go out the door and run up and down every street in town, knocking on every door they come to. Sometimes, opportunity answers the door. Sometimes, not. But real entrepreneurs keep knocking. Successful people know that you can knock on 1,000 doors and never find opportunity waiting on the other side. They also know that opportunity might be waiting just at the next stop. So they keep finding doors, and they keep knocking. That's the writing of Tim Knox. Don't be discouraged when you knock on a door and there's not an opportunity there. Keep knocking. The key to seizing an opportunity when it answers the door or missing out on an opportunity simply comes down to hard work and preparation, something you guys are all very familiar with. The truth of the matter is, if you want an accomplished, fulfilling life, it's your responsibility to get there. There's nothing more that you could do to prepare at this point than what each of you have done. That's the exciting part about today. You've done everything you can at this point to prepare to be successful in the next step of your life. Reaching this graduation today, completing this program today, you've put yourself in a position to be successful. And that's exciting. It's exciting for you. I hope you're excited. It's exciting for us. Let me close with this. A 1996 speech to graduating students at Williams College, former President George Bush said this: "Don't be afraid of trying, of dreaming. Don't be afraid of failure or tears. We all stumble. We all face fear. That's what makes us human. But none of us should ever regret. None of us should ever sit at a grandchild's graduation and think, I wish that were me starting all over again. There's so much I do differently." Graduates, we all stumble. That's what makes us all human. We stumble in different ways, but it's how we get back up from that and how we respond, and how we move to the next step of our life that matters. That's what set each of you apart. You may have stumbled. Guess what? We have too. We all stumble. It's okay. It's if you get back up and do everything you can to prepare to move forward so that you don't have regrets moving forward is what matters. The rest of your life is before you today. Don't live a life going forward that requires regret at the end. And I have very great confidence that this group is prepared to do that and to be successful. I look forward for great things from this graduating class. Work hard, overcome obstacles, never stop learning, create your own opportunities, and you'll live life to the fullest. And each of you is capable of achieving your own measure of success. Congratulations. I don't know what more I can say. Congratulations. You've achieved a big step. This is a big step. And I appreciate you letting me share this big step with you today. May God bless each of you, and may God bless our great state of Oklahoma.
Since the very first graduation here at BJCC, the First Presbyterian Church, as we said before, has shown their support of the graduates by giving each one a Bible. And today we have Reverend Unity Fistel here who will be presenting the Bibles as you come through. I'll let you come on up. Also, we want to invite Mrs. Humphrey and Warden Melton and Representative Hickman to come up and help us out. Please. You don't want to fight. Okay, we will now present the certificates. First row, please stand. First row. Oh, back row. I'm sorry, we start back there. We're doing this a little different. Come on down.
Just Gary Adams back there up here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back. Teachers are getting dirty later. Gary Adams. Shane Adams. Christopher Addison. Brandon Amix. David Augenbaugh. Curtis. Daryl Black. Blackwell. Enzo Bogus. Gavin Boswell. Timothy Brown. Spencer Beasing. Tyson Burley. Larry Carter. Rolando Casas. Bryce Castile. Rodney Churchill. Chad Collins. Jimmy Cassie. Dustin Duncan. Kelly Elkins. Jerry Fenton. Fabian Ford. Barry Wilson. Michael Garcia. Lucas Gibson. Christopher Gordon. Jason Guy. Zachary Harris. Jonathan Harton.
Congratulations.
Joshua Hudson. Leonard Johnson. Robert Herman. Robert Lee. Cody Little. Camino Lopez. Emmanuel Mitchell. Jeremy Warren. Brent Bowery. Gregory Myrick. Marco Orozco. James Parcher. Brody Patton. Willie Payton. Stephen Pigg. Ziggy Privet. Oh, sorry. That's scary. Jared Free still. Sorry. David Redden. That's it right there.
There's David Redden.
Larry Riley. the swing. Win sharp. Joshua Silva. Joseph Smart. Colby Smith. Cody Stacy. Miles Robinson. Justin Swire. Austin Tiger. Andrew Vance. Nicholas Van Slyke. Christian Vargas. Maurice Watkins. Michael Weaver. Billy Wiesner. Joseph Wheat. Joseph Whitmire. Bradley Williams.
Get the front row and the last. Congratulations.
Will the graduates please rise? Having met the requirements set forth by the State Department of Education in the state of Oklahoma, I now present to you the BJCC Fall Class of 2013. Now I'm going to invite Ms. Humphrey to come up and say a few closing remarks for us.
What a great day. As you all know, I always say this is the most exciting part of my job. And this is actually the largest class that we've ever had graduate. Probably here too, but anywhere in corrections. So that's exciting. And then to consider that at some places we only have it annually, and this is only half of the group here. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Lynn, you had 252 last year, fiscal year, calendar year, whichever one, but their goal was 250, and they made 252, and I think they deserve a round of applause. That's a great thing, and I just want to say that I bring you greetings from my new boss, Ms. Karen White, and from Clint Castleberry, and from Deputy Director Eric Franklin, and our Interim Director Ed Evans, all of whom are so supportive of education, and I'm so grateful. And this program here is so supportive of education, and Warden, I appreciate you, and Deputy Warden and all of your staff here for all that you do to help us be a part of that unit, and to be a good service that we provide, and we're grateful to be able to do that. I hope that you all realize what a blessing it is to be able to be here at this facility. Now, you might chuckle at me when I say that, and I know there are a lot of things that I don't know about that are involved in this program, and which you talked about physically, and yeah, there's a lot of that, of which I'm not totally aware, but I want to tell you, this facility is so good about bringing everyone together to collectively work to help you and to serve you during your time here. And I really hope that you understand that.
And you know, I thought as we could hear little children, it's a little close to me, I don't know if I'm talking about it, but as we could hear little children making noises throughout the graduation, I thought too, I wonder if you realize what a blessing that is to be able to have your family, because at some facilities they cannot have their family join them for this event. So I trust that you're truly grateful, and thank the facility one more time, if you would. And family, we're so grateful to you for your support, and I know that these men, I know they call you, I know they talk to you, and your support is just immeasurable, and I'm so thankful that you're here. And I've seen some mamas wiping some tears, and you know, something that you maybe thought you would never get to see accomplished, you've gotten to see today, and we're so grateful to have been a part of that. And we want you to know how much we appreciate you being here to show the support for these men. I just want to tell you that this is an exciting time in education and corrections. I told someone the other day, I never remember a time when we have had so many new projects starting in education as what we currently have. And I've been here for 25 years now. We just have a lot of new things going. We recently, this month, last week, as a matter of fact, got the contract cleared to start the computer-based GED testing. We'll start that at a pilot or two so that we can make sure that we're ready with the old test, and then we'll phase that in with the new test as we go. It took nearly a year to get that contract completed. So we're moving forward full steam ahead, and we'll pilot it and get it moving forward. But you know, another thing that I think you may not know is that what you've done today, by completing your GED, you've done something that 40% of the high school students could not do. Do you know that? I don't know if your teachers have told you that or not, but the test is normed so that 40% of the high school students could not pass the GED test. So that in itself is something. Also, it's been provided for you free of cost here, and if you went out on the streets with the new computer-based test, it would cost you $140 to take the new test. So I say that just so that you'll really treasure what it is that you've done here today. And you've worked hard. Some of you had to work harder than others. And there are people who are in literacy and ABE that are working up towards this, and I believe that they'll get that completed. But what you have done is a great accomplishment. And I agree with our Representative Hickman about continuing education. Go forward from here and use this for some college, because it's an important thing. Anyway, we're hiring some part-time teachers to do to help us with some other academic programs and possibly some thinking for a change. And we are getting ready to take our life skills class to a computer-based class, to a paper-based class. So there's just a lot going on right now in education, and I am a firm believer in education. And I don't want to take too much time because I know that you want to have more time to spend with your family. But I just want to ask you this one thing. Are you aware of how unique you are? Have you ever thought about how unique you are? We all have fingerprints that belong only to us, right? You're probably more aware of that than I. But we have to get fingerprinted when we come to work for the Department of Corrections. I had to do this last time. Look here at your thumb. See that thumbprint? You are thumb body. Okay? You are the only you that there is. But I also want you to think about the fact that, you know, sometimes it's easy to kind of get lost, even in a group of graduates. You know, you say, I was one of 72 graduates, and it's kind of even easy to get lost in a group or and especially then when you get out, to get lost in society and think, you know, what is it how can I be important? But you are extremely important. And you have a unique group of people that only you know. You know that no one else knows the exact same group of people that you know. I don't care if they were your brother. You know, a man and wife may think we've been together forever, but they still don't know the exact same group of people. Even identical twins don't know the exact same group of people. And why do I say that? Why does it matter? Because you have an influence over a group of people that no one else has an influence over. And you can impact that group of people. You can impact them positively or negatively. And I believe that you will leave here and impact that group positively. And I believe that you will know, do you know that you're put on this earth for a purpose? You have purpose. You have divine destiny. In part, getting this GED will help you complete that. But I saw a lot of hands when he asked, or maybe the warden asked, how many of you are leaving here quickly? And a lot of you are leaving pretty quickly. I hope that today is one new crossroads for you. But then when you walk out this gate, that's another new crossroads. Because you have a choice. You have a choice. We all have choices and we make those every day. And I want to say that I believe that you will, from this day forward, make the right choices. Choices that will impact your life and the lives of those that you know for the positive, and that you will walk forward from here and complete the plan for which you were put on this earth. Will you do that? At least shake your head at me. All right, good job, because you can do it, and no one else can touch the group of people that you can. So move forward from here and make an impact in this world. Make this world a better place, all right? I believe you'll do that. Again, congratulations, and thank you so much. We kind of surprised the warden with this week. Mr. Bowers is over 8 facilities, and this is one of the facilities. But I'm real thankful to have him. It's been a long time coming that we needed some more regional principals, and we actually had our last regional principal retire after 34 years, and so we have been without a regional principal for a little while. So I just want to say I'm grateful to him. And the other thing, this man, or whoever does the Masters of Ceremonies, they always get up and thank everyone else, but they never really get thanked well. And I want to say how grateful I am to Mr. Lyon, because, you know, I really believe had he not set the goal of 250, they probably would not have achieved 252. I think the whole team was pushing together to get that. I know they were just in there just counting, trying to make sure they had gotten all of them. And I want to say thanks, a special thanks to this staff and to
Wilson, when we started planning this, we had over 100 graduates on the yard. We didn't know what we were going to do with 100 graduates. We had 93 rows. As it went along, we were trying to get our speaker, that type of thing. Some people left the yard or transferred to that, so we're down to 76. And I will say, last time we had 73, this is 76. We had 15 visitors last time. Look at this. So I give them a big hand. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you, Mr. Hickman, for your words today and for showing up here and being part of this. I do want to tell you about pictures. We did a group picture yesterday. Mr. Martin was taking pictures here a minute ago. He's also filming this. He's going to do pictures with your family if you would like, right after the ceremony, back over here in the corner. Every one of those will be online, and there's a slip of paper out there on the table where every graduate has that slip that shows you where to go online and purchase those. So if you're interested in that. But there are some out on the table also. Okay? All right. Ms. Humphrey will now do our closing prayer. Forgot about that.
Let's bow our heads. Father, I thank you for this day and for what it means to each and every person that is here. And I thank you for this class. And Father, I pray a special blessing over them. I ask that you will help them to forever consider every decision that they make in life and understand that every decision can move them forward or backward. And I believe that the decisions that they will make from this point on will continue to be great decisions that will affect not only their lives, but the lives of those around them. And I believe that they will move forward to complete the plan for which you've put them on this earth. I thank you that that's true with all of us here, Lord. And we honor you, and we're so grateful for all that you do for us. And we ask all of these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.